Good morning, guys. It's a very humid July 16th today, I think it is. Hey guys, I wanted to bring something to everyone's attention. Something that's been going on for a very long time, and maybe I should have done this video last week. I was very passionate about it with my wife, and she let me rant for a while about it. But with our homeless population, it's growing like crazy here in Fort Worth and all over the country. And our country and our state and our cities don't have any idea, apparently, what they're doing or how to handle the problem. The answer is not, in my opinion, to go in and every time that they sit down somewhere, push them and push them and push them and push them to move somewhere else. Because guys, I got some, just enlighten you for a moment here. In case you don't know, they don't have anywhere else to go. They can't go get a home. Now, some of you guys are just ignorant, and I understand that, and I don't mean that in an ugly way, because the word ignorant just means that you don't know. So after this, if you still believe the same way that you believe, I'm not going to call you ignorant. You're just going to be flat out stupid. They can't go just get a job. Let me explain this to you. The very first thing that happens when someone hits the street, within days, somebody steals their stuff, they lose their ID, they have no ID. Even if they do have an ID, let's just say that they do. Walk into McDonald's, you smell like a goat, you can't take a shower, there's no way to get cleaned up because you got kicked out of your place because you make $900 a month on Social Security, and so you can't afford your place anymore. You get kicked out, you end up on the street, you go look for a job, smelling like a goat, with no address. How's that going to work? It's very difficult when you get that far down to get back up. It's almost impossible, as a matter of fact, without help. And our government, this country that we call the greatest country in the United States, our government sends money all over the world to help people all over the world. And I am glad that they do. But what about our own citizens? What about figuring out a better plan to get them off the street? Now, you're going to say they just want to be there. And there are those that do. And those, guess what? You just do the best you can do to help. But the ones that want off the street, you get them off the street. Let me share something else with you. Some of the government cuts that just come down from Washington, D.C. has cut programs that were housing some of these people. So some of these people that were on the street, now they're housed because of government money that was coming in, are now going back on the street because they're mentally ill, they're demon possessed, they're mentally ill, they're sick, they have disability. It takes stinking years to get disability sometimes. And all of these things, and we can't figure out a better way to help them. Shame on you. And then we got police and code compliance coming around and telling us that we can't hand out sandwiches that we make with our own hands. We can't hand them out because it could possibly make someone sick, even though I could go to the park, have a picnic with all my buddies, give the same sandwiches away. By the way, the same sandwiches they're eating are the same ones we're eating. Everything else is prepackaged except for the sandwiches. They want to make it hard for people like us to help them, but they have nowhere to go. One city wants to push them to the next city, and the next city to the next city, and the next state to the next state. And all we do is what they call it, kicking the can down the road. It doesn't solve the problem. The problem needs to come from City Hall in Fort Worth, City Hall in Dallas. It needs to come from the state capitol in Austin, and it needs to from all the state capitals around the country, and it needs to come from Washington, D.C., and we need to get a plan to help these people, because I got news for you. They're not dogs. They're people. And they're living in squalor in our own country. 9 years I spent in the U.S. Navy for this country, and I want to tell you, when it comes to this, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed at the way we treat our own people in our own country. So guys, I hope this doesn't anger you or whatever. I hope it gets you righteously angry, because God says we should take care of the poor. Not only that, guys, one last thing. We got churches with millions of dollars in the coffers. And I know our churches do an awful lot of great things around the country and around the world. I know they do. But can't we help solve this problem? Can't we help fix this somehow? There are organizations that are trying to help, but money's difficult to come by. You know that. Our organizations don't have any money. The government's got a bunch of it. That's why I point to them. And I think at this point, as big as the problem is, they're the only ones that can solve it. Besides our Lord Jesus Christ, obviously He can solve it. And that's why we go to the streets every week, and we take food, and we take love, and we take Jesus to the streets every single week, because that's the answer for them in the long run. In the long run, the answer is Jesus. But what about today? What about suffering that they're going through today in what we call the greatest country in the world? So guys, I just have to get this off my chest, and I have to get this out there. This country, we need help. Our people need help. Jesus, our people need help. Our government needs to wake up and help the people. That's what they're here for. The police are here to protect and to serve us and protect us. The government is here to make sure we're protected. That's the first thing they should do, is protect us from foreign enemies, and then protect us within our own borders. And take care of those who can't take care of themselves. That's the only right thing to do. Guys, I love you so much. I hope you take this in the right kind of way. God bless you guys. Have a very, very blessed day.